news and music-related segments every hour. Simply put, Volume is your all-access pass to the world of music.
Your favorite morning television team is on SiriusXM, Monday through Friday on Today Show Radio, Channel 108. NBC's Today is the news program that informs, entertains, inspires, and sets the agenda each morning for America. Plus, hear extra content only for SiriusXM subscribers.
SiriusXM Stars Channel 109 is our flagship channel for smart and funny female talk. Expect interviews with the biggest celebrities, conversations about the most important issues, and a place to share the best advice and tips. Channel 110 is Dr. Radio, powered by NYU's Langone Medical Center. Dr. Radio, your chance to talk directly to some of the best doctors in the world. Real doctors, helping real people. Dr. Radio, Channel 110.
On Triumph, Channel 111, radio icons Dr. Laura, Dave Ramsey, Nancy Grace, and Glenn Beck help you live your best life and make good decisions.
On Channel 128, Joel Osteen Radio, beloved pastors Joel and Victoria Osteen share their daily message of inspiration for an empowered and spirit-filled life.
Business Radio, Channel 132, powered by the Wharton School, is 24/7 business talk. Your exclusive access to the world's brightest minds in business education. Get expert advice on a wide range of business topics from world-renowned Wharton professors, distinguished alumni, and expert guests. The world's brightest minds in business education are just a phone call away. Get in gear with a 24-hour channel just for drivers who keep America moving. Road Dog Trucking, Channel 146, is news, information, and entertainment designed to lighten the load. Share your ride with fellow drivers and never lose the signal, whether you're hauling cross-country or cross-town.
Radio Classics Channel 148 features the best dramas, mysteries, comedies, and variety programs from the golden age of radio. Relive the magic with dramas like The Shadow, Dragnet, and War of the Worlds. Comedy from Burns and Allen, Jack Benny, and W.C. Fields, and so much more.
Vivid Radio on Channel 415 covers the entire world of adult with girls that'll blow you away and talk that'll blow your mind.
Jason Ellis is a professional skateboarder, native-born Australian, and a most awesome host on Faction Talk. He loves MMA fighting, is a moto riding enthusiast, and is available for you to hear non-stop on the Jason Ellis channel, Channel 791. Hear daily replays as well as the best of his earliest archives for some pure Ellis mania. Online, exclusively on SiriusXM.
Ramsey Media, Channel 792, features America's trusted voice on money, Dave Ramsey, taking calls and giving practical financial advice to your money problems with a healthy dose of tough love.
Here's what's on our news and public radio channels.
Hear the major TV news channels simulcast on SiriusXM. CNBC Channel 112 is the latest in business and financial news from around the world. Get real-time financial market coverage and business information.
Channel 113 is Fox Business, a financial news channel delivering real-time information impacting both Main Street and Wall Street.
Fox News Channel is simulcast on Channel 114. We report, you decide. Become a part of America's news phenomenon with Fox News, putting national and international news right at your fingertips. It's all here, only on the Fox News Channel, Channel 114.
Channel 115, Fox News Headlines 24/7, is headlines from Fox News, updated every 15 minutes 24/7.
CNN, the worldwide leader in news, is simulcast on Channel 116. Hear the latest breaking news with on-the-spot coverage and up-to-the-minute updates. CNN, Channel 116. HLN, simulcast on Channel 117, features top stories, financial news, weather, sports, and entertainment headlines, all in 15 minutes.
Built on the worldwide resources of NBC News, MSNBC Channel 118 defines news for the next generation with world-class reporting and a full schedule of live news coverage, political analysis, and award-winning documentary programming.
Bloomberg Radio, Channel 119, brings you the latest financial, business, and general news, in-depth coverage of international capital markets with insight and analysis of the business of money.
Channel 120, BBC World Service, is the world's reference point. News as it breaks from around the world.
SiriusXM Insight, Channel 121, offers a mix of podcast, public radio, and political comedians on a mission to help listeners make sense of the world around them, featuring unique storytelling and explorations in podcast from the WNYC studios, including Radiolab, Freakonomics Radio, Snap Judgment, and Here's the Thing, hosted by Alec Baldwin. Plus, Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson, political comedians Pete Dominic, John Fugelsang, and much more.
Channel 122, NPR Now, offers in-depth news, features, and entertainment produced and assembled by NPR specifically for SiriusXM. NPR's Variety Channel features Fresh Air and Marketplace, plus public radio favorites like Car Talk, Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, as well as new productions from independent producers and public radio stations nationwide.
PRX Remix, Channel 123, is a creative showcase for the best documentaries, stories, and audio pieces from indie producers and new voices from public radio. Rural Radio, Channel 147, is a national radio network for rural America and Canada, featuring agriculture news, Western lifestyle, and Western sports.
CBC Radio 1, Channel 169, is Canada's top-rated radio news and information source with some of the country's most popular shows and personalities.
Get the day's top global news, business, politics, and sports stories from CNN International, Channel 454. With its distinct programming and award-winning journalists, CNN International brings the world to you.
Channel 455 C-SPAN Radio brings you coverage from the halls of Congress, U.S. agency hearings, committee meetings, and policy-shaping events.
CNN in Espanol, Channel 795, is CNN's 24-hour Spanish-language news network. Now, here's what's on our politics and issues channels. POTUS, Channel 124, is politics of the United States. Hear the latest news from the White House and Capitol Hill throughout the day, presented without bias.
Channel 125, SiriusXM Patriot, features true conservative voices, Breitbart News, Andrew Wilkow, Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, David Webb, and more, all together in one place.
SiriusXM Urban View on Channel 126 is conversation, information, inspiration, empowerment, motivation, and companionship from the African American perspective.
Channel 127, SiriusXM Progress, is a place for progressives looking for thought-provoking, relevant, and entertaining political discussions. You'll hear progressive politics and dialogue from outspoken, unique, and entertaining hosts like Dean Obeidallah, Stephanie Miller, Zerlina Maxwell, Michelangelo Signorelli, Mark Thompson, and more. Fox News Talk on Channel 450 is talk news like only Fox can give you.
Now, here's what's on our religious channels.
The Catholic Channel, Channel 129, is modern talk for today's Catholic. The Catholic Channel focuses on Catholicism in the 21st century, featuring Cardinal Timothy Dolan, Lino Rulli, Father Dave Dwyer, and more. Saints and sinners welcome.
Channel 130 is EWTN Radio, solid Catholic talk, featuring live call-in talk shows, informative teaching series, daily devotions, inspiring prayers, and church events.
Family Talk on Channel 131 features the best in Christian teaching ministries, powerful talk, and entertainment.
Channel 460, the Billy Graham Channel, gives SiriusXM listeners access to the preacher's timeless messages from 7 decades of ministry, as well as reflections from friends and family. Now here's what's on our Latin music channels.
Aguila, Channel 761, plays regional Mexican music. Enjoy the passionately sung rancheras and accordion-driven regional sounds of Mexico. Channel 762, Caricia, features classic ballads from unforgettable artists in Spanish and English from the 50s to the 80s.
Viva, Channel 763, plays a unique blend of romantic, rhythmic, and urban pop from the biggest Latin stars from around the world. Latidos, Channel 764, plays romantic love songs from the 90s to today. Fall in love with the romantic sounds and lyrics of today's biggest Latin stars.
The hottest sounds in Latin trap, reggaeton, and more can be found on Flow Nacion, Channel 765, your source for chart toppers to the classic joints you love.
Luna, Channel 766, is Latin percussion and Afro-Cuban rhythms blended with jazz for a fun-filled musical journey.
Rumbon, Channel 767, is music for the pure salsa aficionado. Listen to legendary salsa artists and bands who started the genre.
Channel 768 is La Cueva, playing the Latin rock and alternative classics you know and love, along with today's up-and-coming artists. Pump your fists to the prominent bands of today and yesterday who fuse Latin sounds with rock music.
Here's what's on our Canadian channels.
CBC Radio 3, Channel 162, is the place to discover Canada's vast indie music scene. From rock and alternative to singer-songwriter to Canadian hip-hop and rap.
Ici Musique Chanson on Channel 163 is SiriusXM's 100% francophone chanson music channel, playing the biggest Quebec and French artists from around the world.
Canadian IPR, Channel 165, is Canadian Indigenous Peoples Radio, a channel where diverse breaking sounds are discovered within the spectrum of new Canadian music. Hear artists like Eagle and Hawk, A Tribe Called Red, William Prince, and Wolf Saga.
Channel 166 is EC Musique Franco Country, 100% francophone and Canadian country folk music. Listen to the biggest country hits plus genre-inspired emerging artists from the new country folk scene.
Canada Talks, Channel 167, features current affairs and talk programming related to all aspects of Canadian life, including business and the economy, politics, entertainment, lifestyle, health, sports analysis, and play-by-play. Canada Talks, and Canadians listen.
Channel 170, EC Première, is Radio Canada news and information distributing national news, information, and programming to all regions of the country.
Channel 171, CBC Country, is the best in new Canadian country, mixed with the latest music from country's biggest stars. Discover new and emerging English music discoveries from Canada on The Verge, Channel 173. Hear new studio releases and live concert recordings, plus live in-studio performances and interviews.
Influence Franco, Channel 174, features brand new and emerging French music discoveries from Canada through new studio releases and live concert recordings. North Americana, Channel 359, mixes songs from the outskirts of rock and country and blends them with folk artists from yesterday and today.
On Iceberg, Channel 758, hear new and emerging English music discoveries from Canada.
Attitude Franco, Channel 759, showcases the best in emerging French-Canadian rock, alternative and pop music from established indie acts as well as up-and-coming artists you won't hear anywhere else. Thanks for checking out the SiriusXM online program guide.
Here are even more channels available to you.
Channel 11 is Kiss FM Los Angeles, and Channel 12 is Z100 New York.
HUR Voices Channel 141 is real talk with real people, with programming provided by Howard University. HUR Voices is clear and to the point, with content that entertains, educates, and inspires.
HBCU on Channel 142 is a collective blend of programming from historically black colleges and universities about the black college experience. Channel 143, BYU Radio, features informed conversation, news that matters, topics that enlighten, ideas that educate, and plenty of Cougar sports.
Korea Today, Channel 144, is the best of Korean music, news, and pop culture, featuring K-pop, American pop, talk shows, and news for Koreans throughout the U.S.
Slam Radio, Channel 145, is the first satellite radio channel run by high school students. Broadcasting from the innovative Slam Charter School in Miami, Slam offers a unique perspective on sports and entertainment.
Channel 152, En Vivo, is the official satellite radio channel of the Latin Grammys, bringing the best in live entertainment and new music.
Hear the latest in bilingual content, including Hispanic daily news, political talk, issues, business, and lifestyle on La Politica Talk, Channel 153.
American Latino Radio, Channel 154, is talk radio focused on health and wellness, politics, entertainment, investments, house and home, and much more, all from the American Latino perspective.
Channel 172 is the SiriusXM scoreboard. Final sports scores every 10 minutes, along with news, notes, and information from all your favorite sporting events, including NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB.
Channel 469, Telemundo, features original productions, specials, news, and first-class sports events in Spanish.
El Paisa on Channel 470 is your Latino variety channel, featuring a mix of music, celebrities, news, sports, inspirational, and personal improvement content. Channel 760, ATN, Asian Television Network, plays the best of Bollywood and music from South Asia. Welcome to your SiriusXM online program guide.
Here's what's in the pop music category.
From pop to hip-hop, rock to R&B, SiriusXM Hits 1 on Channel 2 plays the most hit music.
Channel 3 is Venus, playing rhythmic pop from the 2000s through today.
Channel 4 is SiriusXM Spotlight. Discover exciting pop-up channels or experience existing ones you may not have fallen in love with yet. 50s on 5, Channel 5 features the roots of rock and roll with artists like Chuck Berry, The Coasters, Connie Francis, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, and The Platters.
It started with a twist and ended with Woodstock. 60s on 6, Channel 6 plays all 60s hits. Motown, surf music, the British invasion, folk rock, it's all there on 60s on 6. Channel 7 is 70s on 7, with pop tunes and pop DJs from the wild and funky decade of mood rings, disco, and bell-bottoms, the Super 70s.
80s on 8, Channel 8 is the defining hit music of the 1980s, played by the original MTV VJs, Mark Goodman, Nina Blackwood, Alan Hunter, and Martha Quinn.
Channel 9 is the 90s on 9, hit music of the 90s featuring Downtown Julie Brown. The 90s on 9 covers grunge rock to boy bands, with artists like Green Day, Mariah Carey, Nirvana, NSYNC, Stone Temple Pilots, Janet Jackson, Dave Matthews Band, Backstreet Boys, and more.
The millennium's first decade of pop hits are on Pop 2K, Channel 10. Hear pop hits from the 2000s, Justin Timberlake, Maroon 5, Nelly, Nickelback, and the music you barely forgot.
Channel 13 is Pitbull's Globalization, a musical journey of rhythm from Miami and around the world. It's Pitbull city to city and country to country, bringing you the biggest hits and the biggest DJs from around the world. unwind in the coffee house. Channel 14, with acoustic singer-songwriters, new artist discoveries, and rare acoustic versions of rock and pop songs.
The Pulse, Channel 15, is adult pop hits from the 2010s and today. Hear Imagine Dragons, Pink, Goo Goo Dolls, and Ed Sheeran, infused with the right amount of back then from Matchbox 20, Train, One Republic, and more.
Channel 16, The Blend, is light pop that's cool and current, featuring familiar songs from pop's biggest stars. You'll hear artists like Elton John, Madonna, and Rod Stewart, all blended on one station.
Pop Rocks, Channel 17, is rock that pops. Rock songs from the 90s and 2000s that became big pop hits.
Channel 70 is SiriusXM Love. Light the candles, turn the lights down low, and celebrate the joy of being in love as we play romantic music for you and the one you love.
Caliente, Channel 158, is a red-hot Latin mix where the sounds of the Caribbean and the Americas collide. Salsa, bachata, reggaeton, and Latin urban hits. Caliente, where music and Latin culture meet. Celebrate, Channel 300, features happy songs to help you celebrate the fun and memorable days of your life. Graduations, weddings, parties, any happy moment. Celebrate. Channel 301, Road Trip Radio, is a hand-selected mix of music sharing one goal: to make you want to roll the windows down and turn the radio up.
The Covers channel on 302 is a channel dedicated to artists paying tribute to their peers, covering songs from every genre of music. Channel 304, Velvet, features today's strong vocalists like Sam Smith, Josh Groban, Susan Boyle, John Legend, Adele, and Adam Lambert. On Neil Diamond Radio, Channel 700, hear music spanning Neil Diamond's iconic 50-year career 24/7.
Channel 701 is Carolina Shag Radio, a channel dedicated to the vintage R&B sounds that have meant beach music in the Carolinas for decades. Wonderland on Channel 702 is 5 decades of artists that had one big hit, and that was it. R&B, country, dance, rock, pop, new wave, novelty, instrumentals, and more. A 24/7 collection of hits that started and ended careers in 3 minutes.
On Oldies Party, Channel 703, hear everything from the dawn of rock to the Woodstock years. On Channel 704, hear a sweet mixtape of 70s and 80s pop, from disco to Devo. 80s, 90s pop, Channel 705, features essential party hits from the awesome 80s and What's Up 90s.
Channel 706, Elevations, is piano, string, and orchestral versions of classic rock and pop songs, reimagined and on one unique channel. Thanks for checking out the SiriusXM online program guide. Here's what's on our rock music channels.
The Beatles channel, Channel 18, is the Fab Four 24/8. John, Paul, George, and Ringo changed music forever. Now, for the first time, the most popular band in history presents their own channel. All of their hits, album tracks, live recordings, rarities, and solo songs, along with the records that influenced them and music inspired by them. Plus, hear specials, interviews, and exclusive hosted shows. It's the soundtrack of our world made by John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Channel 19 is Elvis Radio, the only all Elvis, all the time radio station, broadcasting live from Graceland. The early years, the classics, the comebacks, rarities, live tracks, and basically everything Elvis ever recorded.
Everything Bruce Springsteen is on E Street Radio, Channel 20. Concert recordings, interviews, guest DJ sessions, studio outtakes, rarities, and more.
Underground Garage, Channel 21, is the coolest rock and roll records ever made on a channel produced by E Street band member and Sopranos cast member Little Steven Van Zandt. Underground Garage, Channel 21. Hear all things Pearl Jam on their very own channel. Pearl Jam Radio, Channel 22, plays studio tracks, B-sides, and concert recordings from Pearl Jam 24/7.
Grateful Dead Channel airs exclusively on SiriusXM Channel 23. Hear music spanning the band's career along with unreleased recording, original shows hosted by band members, and more. Escape to Jimmy Buffett's Radio Margaritaville on Channel 24. It's a radio paradise of great music, live concert broadcasts, and other unique programs.
Channel 25, Classic Rewind, is 70s and 80s classic rock. Boston, The Cars, Van Halen, Foreigner, and more from the late 70s and 80s.
Find early classic rock on Classic Vinyl, Channel 26. All the great classic rock of the 60s and 70s, like the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, The Who, The Doors, and more. Drop the needle on Classic Vinyl, Channel 26.
Channel 27, Deep Tracks, plays deeper cuts from classic rock legends. Deep Tracks, Channel 27. The Spectrum, Channel 28, is where new rock meets classic rock. The spectrum of rock from the past, present, and future. Neil Young to Dave Matthews Band to Wilco, and tomorrow's great artists are all on the Spectrum.
Jam On is a non-stop jam band festival. Join the celebration of live, improvisational, and eclectic rock. Plus, hear Gone Fishin', a set of live music from Fish's archives every weeknight. Only on Jam On, Channel 29.
Tom Petty Radio on Channel 31 is music from Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Tom Petty, including his acclaimed Buried Treasure radio show and exclusive tracks from Tom's personal archives.
The Bridge, Channel 32, is the mellow side of classic rock and 70s folk rock. The Eagles, James Taylor, Fleetwood Mac, Simon and Garfunkel, and more. On First Wave, Channel 33, hear the first wave of alternative and new wave from the late 70s through the 80s. From early U2 and the Police to Depeche Mode and R.E.M.
Channel 34 is Lithium, playing grunge rock and 90s alternative. You'll hear Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Green Day, Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden, Weezer, Oasis, and more. North America's indie rock channel is SiriusXMU on Channel 35. With groundbreaking music and emerging artists, SiriusXMU is a commercial-free mix of new music from up-and-coming bands and producers, together with the indie
and foster the people. Plus, your spot to discover the next phase of alt-rock.
Channel 37, Octane, is pure high-powered hard rock that's loud, uncensored, and in your face. Avenged Sevenfold, Shinedown, Disturbed, Korn, Metallica, and more.
Ozzy's Boneyard, Channel 38, is hard and heavy classic rock under the influence of Ozzy Osbourne, with artists like Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, GNR, and of course, Ozzy himself.
Vintage rock from 80s hair bands lives on Hair Nation, Channel 39. Put on your spandex and feel the noise from Motley Crue, Poison, Skid Row, Bon Jovi, and more. The heaviest metal on or off the planet is on Liquid Metal, Channel 40. Finally, a heavy metal lifestyle radio station for true